Good morning, good morning, good morning, faithful. It is your boy Niners Sickness with the Niners Sickness podcast. Good morning, good morning. Tuesday morning, the day before free agency, actually, the new year starts in the NFL. And so many things have taken place already. So many things has happened already. So many players already moved from one team to the other. A lot of drama. My God, so many things happening, man. It's just a lot to talk about. But before we get started, like the Niners, like I like to say here on my channel, please wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button for your boy Niners Sickness. Also, if you'll be kind enough to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate it very much. You can also follow me on Twitter. Go support me on Twitter at Niners Sickness 49. I appreciate that. Follow me on Twitter. You can also follow me on IG at Niners Sickness. Appreciate the love there. Support your boy all the time. Good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. Good morning, David. How you doing, sir? David Williams is in the house. Cherie is in the house. Good morning, Cherie. Welcome to the stream. Roberto's in the house. Good morning, Roberto. Welcome to the stream. We got Christian Carver this morning. Good morning, good morning. We got Tony Smith in the house. Good morning, sir. And we got Corey Davis. Good morning. Good morning, Corey Davis. Once again, Corey, my condolences to you and your family for the loss of your brother. May God continue to cover you and cover your family. Good morning, Dina Harvey's in the house. Good morning, Dina. How you doing this morning? Good morning. We got Sunny. Sunny in the house. Aloha. Aloha, brother. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We got Robert Escalante. How you doing, sir? Welcome. Let's hear about the Deshaun Watson probably. That was, it's funny how you bring that up because it was brought up and it was shut down immediately. The 49ers got a whiff of this false clickbait information and the 49ers shut it down immediately. As quickly as it went up, it was shut down. Matt Miyoko, one of the sources that I really believe and trust, he emphasized on the not. The Niners are not meeting with Deshaun Watson. I'm telling you, people, this time of year, people will just say anything to try to get people to clickbait on their channel. It's amazing. In March, how many people want to clickbait, and they'll say any type of narrative to try to get people to follow. But Matt Miyoko, Peter Schrager, for Good Morning Football, shut it down immediately and said that it wasn't true. And I didn't think so. If you think about it, the Niners don't have the draft capital to go after Deshaun Watson. They might have Trey Lance, but they don't have the draft capital. So the fact that this gentleman said that the Niners were going to speak with him, it was just a red flag immediately. And then Matt Miyoko and everyone else came out immediately and shut it down. And that's what I expected to happen. Loretta, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Austin Blackwood. What's up, Beto? My brother and his girl is going to have their baby anytime soon. I'm excited. Let's go Niners. What's up, faithful? Hi, everyone, today. Austin, I cannot wait for the new addition, the new 49er faithful, the youngest 49er fan in the Blackwood family, coming up as a Niners faithful. Once again, congratulations to your brother and his lovely bride to be, and their new addition to the family. It's a wonderful, wonderful time for your family, Blackwood. Congratulations, brother. You're going to be a proud uncle. Ralph, good morning, sir. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Scott, good morning. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? It's 6 p.m. in Scotland. Well, welcome from Scotland. Wow, 6 p.m. already, huh? Your day is about to end. My day is just starting. It is interesting times around the world. But welcome, Scott. Super Gremlin podcast. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Pinche fake news. You got it, Robert. That's what it is. Just fake news, man. I'm going live on Thursday with Rich from Cults Chronicles. Stay tuned. Right on, Super Gremlin. Cults Chronicles is an amazing guy. Cool dude. Fun guy to talk to, man. Cool. We got a super chat. Super sticker, excuse me. Good morning. We got a super sticker from our boy, Luke Luna. Good morning. Smiling face with heart eyes. How you doing, Luke Luna? Thank you for the 99 cents super sticker. Truly appreciate it, brother. Thank you for joining the podcast this morning. DJ Jones is a massive loss. He is. No argument there. I like DJ Jones. Great D tackle. He was great against the run. A run stuffer, a big body. I have his jersey. I'm still gonna wear it with pride, even though he's a Bronco. He was a 6th round pick of our San Francisco 49ers. This is a credit not only to DJ Jones for being the type of player that he is, but a credit to Chris Casseret for making him from a 6th round pick to a 3-year, 30 million guaranteed. I mean, he's getting about 10 million a year. Not bad. I'm very, it's sad to hear that he's leaving. It's sad to hear that he's going to the Broncos. But you know what? The kid deserves his bag. He deserves his money. He deserves everything he's getting. And I'm telling you, the AFC West is getting crazier and crazier. That side of the ball is going to be crazy. You got all these quarterbacks, right? You got the Patrick Mahomes, you got the Justin Herberts, you got the Derek Carr. Now you got the Russell Wilson in that division. So they got to get pass rushers and playmakers on the defensive side to kind of balance things out. The Broncos going after our boy DJ Jones to stuff the middle. They have Chubbs. Now they brought in the guy from the Cowboys as a pass rusher. And that kind of quiets the whole bringing back the guy that went to the Rams. I don't like to mention his name. But they're building something there in Denver, most definitely. And you have to have the pass rush. Look at what the Chargers are doing. Adding Khalil Mack. Adding CJ Jackson, corner. But this is not about the AFC West. It is about the NFC West and the 49ers particularly. What have the Niners done so far? Now, one of the things I want to clarify real quick before I get started is this. A lot of Niner fans, they never fail to surprise me or amaze me. Not every decision the 49ers make, Niner fans are going to like, okay? All I was hearing yesterday, all day on Twitter, the Niners haven't signed anybody. The Niners lost Lincoln Thomason. They lost DJ Jones. They haven't signed anybody. Are the Niners going to sign somebody? They haven't got rid of Jimmy G yet. All these things, right? One of the areas that we knew coming into this offseason that we needed was help in the secondary, whether it's safety or corner. But we needed help. We needed an upgrade from Josh Norman. Oh, my God. I'm so glad we're done with him. We needed an upgrade from Josh Norman, Dante Johnson. We have the young blood, Emory Thomas that is coming along. We have Emmanuel Mosley on the other side. We don't know what's going on with Jason Verrett. He's always getting hurt. But we needed an upgrade, right? Well, C.J. Jackson went to the Chargers. Way too much money. I mean, he deserves it. Had a wonderful career so far, but way too much money. And then you had Carlton Davis, who stayed and re-signed with the Bucks. Then you had Gilmore out there. And then you had Ward out there. And the people were saying the Niners should sign a corner. Well, the Niners went ahead and made a move. And they went ahead and signed Charvarius Ward from the Chiefs, which I like. Is he the caliber of J.C. Jackson? No. But he's a very decent, upcoming young corner. And he's young. He's 25. He'll be 26 when they start this season. And all I hear is 49er fans complaining about him. Oh, they pay $42 million, $13.5 million per year is too much money and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, did we not just upgrade our secondary? Did we not just upgrade our cornerback room? Now, some people were saying, well, he's just as good as Emmanuel Mosley. Well, remember, Charvarius Moore wasn't brought into the Niners to replace Emmanuel Mosley. He was brought in to work alongside of him and replace Josh Norman, who we all saw last year holding and grabbing everybody. Charvarius Ward, he's 6'1", about 198 pounds. He covers the biggest receivers. Last year in 2021 with the Chiefs, he was pointed on their top receivers. He was covering the number one receivers for most of the year. I think he's one heck of a addition. I'm excited to see what Charvarius Ward looks like under DeMeco Ryans. And I heard my boy Wayne Breezy come out with the Psych Ward secondary. We got Jimmy Ward, and now we got Charvarius Ward, and we have the Psych Ward edition of the secondary. I like the addition of this young kid. I think our secondary just got better. He's 6'1". He can go up with the big boys like DK Metcalf. I don't understand what else Niner fans want. You're always going to overpay in free agency. You know that. Now remember, in this draft class, you can pick up some great pass rushers. Now that we got our corner, we can focus on safety and we can focus on pass rushers and offensive linemen. I don't understand the hate for this pick. And then we brought in a linebacker from the Packers for special team services. One of the areas that we were lacking in was special teams and secondary. We just took care of the secondary and we took care of special teams. But unfortunately, if it's not the player that you want, you talk negative. If it would have been J.C. Jackson, oh my goodness, we got the best corner. Well, this guy Ward, he has the potential to be great, especially under DeMeco Ryan. Who's better than him right now? Mosley? Mosley's always getting hurt. One of the things that I like about Ward doesn't get hurt very often. He's always on the field. The best ability is availability. So the fact that people hate the signing of Ward, I don't understand. The Niners had two major concerns, secondary and special teams. Besides others, they addressed it. They addressed it with the linebacker that they picked up from Green Bay, 2 years for $5 million. For special, he's a speedster on special teams. And then they got a corner they can cover. They can play man. I don't understand what Niner fans want. Really don't. Luke Luna saying, Sickness, you're damn right. CJ Jackson deserves his money. The dude was an undrafted free agent who fought for that money and proved the whole league wrong. And I love it. Yeah, I absolutely love the CJ Jacksons, the Charvarius Ward. Ward. He was an undrafted free agent. I love when undrafted free agents get picked up. And they worked hard, they worked their butt off, and they finally get paid. Well deserved. The Chargers got a hell of a player. But I'm telling you, the Niners got one hell of a corner as well. Imagine, everybody likes the way Emmanuel Mosley plays, right? Emmanuel Mosley takes care of one side. Everybody last year, all I heard last year, man, imagine if Jason Verrett wasn't hurt. Imagine Jason Verrett and Emmanuel Mosley. How sick our secondary would be. Well, now you got Emmanuel Mosley and Charvarius Ward back there. Are you kidding me? That just helped out our pass rush, and our pass rush is going to help out our secondary. And I said this yesterday on one of my shows that the best way to help out a young quarterback is great defense. And we just added to our defense. So Faithful, man, instead of complaining about this corner, accept it. Did we overpay for him? Maybe. But you're going to do that. But a lot of you love the signing. I'm not saying all of you don't like, but if you look at Twitter, a lot of people were hating on this signing. I don't understand why people hate on this site. I just don't. Really, really don't. It trips me out. Victor McDaniel, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Not many holes on the team. So the Ward signing was the biggest need. Absolutely. Excuse me. Absolutely it was. One of the areas that we were lacking in was secondary. We had Josh, the grabber, Norman. And then we had Dante Johnson. Jason Verrett, which is a good corner, but he can't stay healthy. Now you got Emmanuel Mosley. You got Charvarius Ward. You got Jimmy Ward back there, the psych ward, which I love. And hopefully we bring back Tart. If not, let's see who we bring in as safety. Our secondary is going to be pretty damn good. We have the linebacking core. We got the pass rush. We got to add another pass rusher to help out Nick Bosa. And I think the Niners will address that in the draft. This defense just got better. And then you bring in a dynamic playmaker like Trey Lance that is going to take off and do his thing. I just don't understand the hate of this pick from a lot of Niner fans, unfortunately. E-Man did allow a regular season TD. Now we have a strong cornerback. Now, one thing for sure, listen, corners, I don't care how good you are, right? I don't care what, you can be the Ramsey of the world. You're going to get burned. It's just, there's going to be plays where you're going to give up touchdowns. If you look at Ramsey, he had a terrible Super Bowl against the Cincinnati Bengals. He gave up a lot of yards, but he's still considered a top corner. Corners will have their days where they get burned. But it's not just those particular moments. It's in every game, every play. What are they doing every play? When a corner gets burned for a 60-yard touchdown, they emphasize on that. But what they don't look at is every other play that corner does to help out the team. You got to look at the whole 22 film and not just the highlights of whether they're good or bad. How is a particular player helpful to a team? What does he do? What does he do play in and play out? Not these highlighted plays that people like to talk about. I like the Ward signing. We need an upgrade at cornerback. Some people need to chill. Yep, I agree, Robert. I agree. They need to chill. It seems like nothing satisfies a lot of 49er fans. Ward is an upgrade of what we had. Because he's not replacing Emmanuel Mosley. He's replacing Josh Norman or Jason Verrett. And he's an upgrade of Jason Verrett. This kid can cover. This kid can hit. He can press under DeMeco Ryans, who likes to disguise their corners. I mean, look at what DeMeco Ryans did with the corners he had to work with. Imagine now having Emmanuel Mosley and Charvarius Ward back there. The game planning that DeMeco Ryans can now do. We got to stay positive, faithful. That's why we got the name Niner Faithful. Let's stay faithful. Now, I understand you can have criticism of decisions that the Niners make. You're okay with that. That's okay. If you don't think that the money's right for the player that we brought in, that's your opinion, and you are entitled to your opinion. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, you still got to support the team. And you still got to rock and roll with what you have. Address your opinion. Speak your opinion. That's fine. We're all entitled to our opinion, whether we agree or disagree with each other. But remain faithful. Stay faithful. Don't be that fan that just is known for being negative. I like this signing. Is he the greatest corner? No. Is he an upgrade to what we had? Absolutely. Are we a better defense because of this addition? Yes, we are. Let's see what this kid can do before we criticize him. He hasn't even played a down for the Niners yet. Let him play and then criticize him or reward him justly. But to sit there and talk negative about a kid that hasn't played yet is crazy. I really like to get Wagner to with Warner. Now, see, a lot of people, and I hear you, Victor, a lot of people want the name Bobby Wagner because he's an all-pro, great player. Who would not want to have him on a team? Which team would not want to have a Bobby Wagner? Especially when you have a Fred Warner, you kind of get that vibe. I'm not comparing them exactly to these two guys, but when you get a vibe of Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman with Bobby and Fred. But our need is not linebacker. We got Greenlaw for another year. We're probably going to sign Aziz. As much as I like Bobby Wagner, that's not a need for this team. Corner was, and we addressed it. Now we got to address safety. And we got to definitely address offensive and defensive linemen. And don't get me wrong, Victor, I would love to have a Bobby Wagner next to Fred Warner. I would love that. But that is not a need. We're fine with Aziz and we're fine with Greenlaw. I'd rather bring in Chandler Jones than Bobby Wagner. If you told me who would you rather have, Chandler Jones or Bobby Wagner, I would say Chandler Jones. So it's not that I don't like Bobby. It's just we don't need his services more than we need a pass rusher. Facts, Beto. Tell them and speak the truth. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Damian Lee, what's up, brother? I like both signings. Right on. Dick Tracy, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Our biggest issue will be quarterback when Lance takes keys. Lance will be fine. I think Lance is going to be amazing for this team. I think a lot of people don't like Lance, and I don't understand why. I think maybe because of the unknown. You know, Lance hasn't played a lot of football. He only played 1 year in college, one game in 2020 because of COVID. There's so much unknown about Trey Lance. But just like people say Trey can suck because he has not played a lot of football, I like to look at the cup half full instead of half empty. A lot of people look at the cup half empty. Oh, Trey's not going to be good because Trey has never really played. I like to think of it as imagine the potential that Trey can be. Imagine the type of quarterback he can be. It's just a matter of your perspective. I think, and we're all going to find out in the next couple of years, is Trey Lance the answer or not? But I want to be optimistic. I want to be positive. I'm going to root for my quarterback, Trey Lance. I want him to succeed. I want him to be successful. Why in the world would I want him to not be successful? Why in the world would I want to speak negative about a potential future quarterback? Now, if he plays in 2022 and plays in 2023 and he doesn't show me any type of growth, he's not playing good, then I will judge and speak about it accordingly based on his play on the field. But he hasn't shown us anything yet to be negative about him, in my opinion. The people that hate the signing can go hop to a new team. We don't need negativity. Absolutely. There's so much negativity already. Now, again, you are entitled to your opinion. I respect that. And you can say, you know what, I like the player, but I don't like what they paid him. That's respected as well. But once you get that out of your system, if you are a true faithful 49er, you still got to support the player and the team, right? But you know what's funny? If Ward doesn't plan out, the people are going to be like, I told you so. I told you that was a bad signing. I told you. But if Ward plans out and becomes one hell of a corner for the 49ers, the same players, the same fans will say, I knew he would be better. I knew he would be good. It's amazing, man. People are funny. Too funny, if you ask me. Nina, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Not trading Jimmy right away is making the fans bitter about every... You know, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. I think a lot of people are kind of like, we just want to move from Jimmy. What's going on with we're $9 million over the cap. What's going on? What's going to happen tomorrow? Blah, blah, blah. And I can see the frustration to that. Jimmy should move on. It is time to move on with Trey. But the fact that we signed Charvarius Ward, a good corner, even though Jimmy's still on the roster, it's not going to take away from acknowledging that we met a need that we needed. And the thing about it is, what I love about the Niners, some people are even upset that we restructured D4's contract. This is the funniest thing, man. We're kicking the can down the road. Okay? The salary cap is going to go up. Every year the salary cap goes up. We restructured D4's contract and we saved about $5 million. Thank you, by the way, D4. Now he's getting his money too, though. But thank you for allowing us to do so. Now, by him doing that, if I'm not mistaken, we paid Charvarius Ward, somewhere around the $6 million against the cap. He's costing us about $6 million around the cap. But we just saved $5 million from D Ford that we used towards Charvarius more, because we still got to get under the cap by tomorrow. Now, a lot of people don't like the idea that D4 is being extended instead of being cut. But did you know that you still have to pay a lot of debt money if you cut them? But yet if you extend them and the cap goes up, yes, it's called kicking the can down the road. But we need to relieve money now. We'll worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. But we got to focus on today. And they were able to save $5 million by the restructure of D Ford, so they can allocate that towards the corner that we brought in. So I think they're doing great. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan is doing amazing work back there. You may not agree with their methods, but they're working it. Parag, they are definitely working it out there. Can you draft a corner in the third round that can just as serviceable like Ward, but so much cheaper? The thing about this, you know what you're getting in Ward. He has already proven it. In his 4 years, coming in as an undrafted free agent to the Cowboys, then that same season went to the Chiefs, made a name for himself, proven himself. You can draft a corner in the third round like we did Avery Thomas. But nothing is certain when it comes to drafting a player. But when you get a player like Ward, when he's already shown you what he can do and the potential there, I'd rather pay a little bit extra money and bring in someone like Ward. And he's only 25. He's going to be 26 start this year. He's young. Now, we can still draft a corner in the third round and develop him. But if you ask me, yes, drafting a corner will be cheaper, but you're taking a risk. You don't know what you're going to get. But bringing in a corner like Charvarius Moore, you know what you're going to get. So I'd rather do that. And I'm glad the Niners did it. Well, that's your opinion. That is, and you're entitled to your opinion on John Lynch liking to overpay. If you understand football, you're always going to overpay for a player. It's not like Charvarius Moore, the only team that pursued him was the Niners. This is where I think is laughable. Maybe Ward is worth less. But the Niners are not the only team trying to bring him in. This is where it's laughable. There are multiple teams out there that need corners, and they were pursuing him. So when you're bidding against another team and you want this player to be in addition to your roster, you're going to have to overpay for a particular player. Okay, it's not like Charvarius Ward becomes available. The only team addressing him is the Niners, and the Niners could pay him less. But we just want to give you more. We just like to overpay, so we'll give you whatever you want. It's not like that. You're going against other teams. So when I hear like John Lynch likes to overpay, to me that sounds ludicrous. That sounds funny. It's laughable. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, Dick, and you're entitled to your opinion. And then mediocrity, he's not mediocre. I mean, I don't know. You're entitled to your opinion, bro. Love the signing of Ward. So do I, Tony. So do I. It's a Cali team. They're going to overpay. Yeah, taxes, but again, you're bidding against other teams for the services of this individual. Some people can say that they overpay for Lincoln. Some people can say that, look at the Chargers. Even though J.C. Jackson is a great corner, they gave him a lot of money. Why? Because other teams were bidding for his services as well. Every player is going to get overbid when it comes to free agency. That's what free agency is. All right, Dina. God bless you. Have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon. Sickness. Then that would cry if they didn't go out and get it. Yeah. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. If the Niners get aggressive and they go after someone, but they didn't go after the player they were coveting, oh, the Niners overpaid. The Niners, what were they thinking? But yet, if the Niners don't go after nobody, if the Niners don't bring nobody in, oh, they're not aggressive enough. Oh, John Lynch doesn't want to bring anybody. We need help at the secondary, and then I bring in. Look at Ward went here, Davis stayed there, Jackson went there. We didn't get nobody. We're stuck with Josh Norman again, and then we're complaining about that. But the Niners get aggressive, and they go after a top corner, to meet a need that we needed, and we don't like it. It's absurd, bro. It's crazy. Love your cup. Thank you. Let me show you. It's a little dirty because I've been drinking out of it, but appreciate it, brother. Julio, good morning, sir. Welcome to the stream, brother. I think Ward was a good pick. Yeah, he's not someone that truly, blows you away, but if you look at his career, he's pretty good, man. He's done good for being an undrafted free agent. He has done very well, and he deserves to get paid. And he's going to help us on our team even better. Cannot argue with that myself. And those are still possibilities, Damien. Those are still possibilities. The draft is not here yet. And we're not done with free agency yet. We don't know what's going to happen today and tomorrow and going forward. And we don't know what's going to happen in the draft. But those possibilities are still there. Good morning, David McNew. Welcome to the stream, brother. Hi, Beto. I wipe my feet. Thank you, sir. Ward is a good signing. He's 25 and is a little better than Mosley. I can't wait until next season. He is 25. He's younger than Mosley. Mosley's 25 as well. But both of them are going to turn 26 before the start of the 2022 season. And again, Ward wasn't brought in to replace Mosley. He was brought in to play along with Mosley and replace Josh Norman or Jason Verrett. A lot of us, including myself, love the way Emmanuel Mosley plays, right? At least I do. I love the way Emmanuel Mosley plays. Now, I don't like that he's hurt a lot and he misses a lot of games. I don't like that, but I like his level of play. Now you bring in a player, even if he's not better than Mosley, all right? I think he could be, but let's just say he's not better. He's just as good as Mosley, okay? He's just as good as Mosley. But now you have two good corners, one on each side. How did the Niners go wrong by doing that? Even if they added a typical player that is just as good as Mosley. But they added as an addition to Mosley, not to replace Mosley. Now, I understand if they overpaid Ward to replace Mosley, then you're like, But he's brought in to work with Mosley. Imagine having those two guys playing together. And you have Nick Bosa, you got Javon Kinlaw, you got Eric Armstead, and you got whoever's going to be on the other side of Bosa just going crazy after the quarterback. We got to let it play out. We got to let it play out and allow it and see what happens. Instead of being judgmental, we got to let it play out. We should have stayed faithful with McKinnon. The thing about McKinnon, 3 years, you know what? He's doing what he's doing with Kansas City, and that's good for him. But they did stay faithful to him. He didn't play for 2 years straight, and they didn't cut him. If that's not faithful, I don't know what is. Exactly. But if the Niners wouldn't have taken anybody, you probably would have complained that the Niners did not draft anybody or brought anybody from free agency. Tony Smith, remain faithful. Don't be such a negative Nancy and stop talking BS. Let's go, Niners. Stop being so negative and criticizing family. Come on, that's what I'm saying. The negativity around this team is just crazy. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan have done a lot of great things. Have they made their mistakes? Yes. Did they draft Solomon Thomas over Deshaun Watson? Yes. But they learned from it. Did John Lynch bring in a character risk in Reuben Foster? Did he choose talent over character? Yes, he did. And he learned from his mistake. And he hasn't made the same mistake again. That's why when people saying Frank Clark was going to come to the Niners, supposedly if he was going to be released by the Chiefs, there's no way John Lynch is bringing a bad character into this locker room. Everybody loves talent. And talent helps you win games. But John Lynch is not going to choose talent over character. He won't do it. He won't do that mistake again. So Ward won't replace K1 Williams. I don't think, Beto, or will he? No. Charvarius Moore plays on the outside. We still have to work on possibly bringing somebody from the inside. Now, I don't know if it's going to be, hey, I'm sorry, my dog is barking. Here's other dogs barking, and she goes crazy. He's not here to replace K1. Now, K1 probably won't be back, and they're going to have to find a replacement for K1 Williams. And I don't know if that's Lenore, or if they're going to draft a replacement, or if they're going to bring somebody from the free agency. But Ward plays outside. Now, some people thought they're going to move Mosley inside. And actually, that's not a bad idea. If Jason Verrett can stay healthy and plays on the outside alongside Ward, and then they move Mosley in the inside, it looks pretty good. But Ward is definitely plays man, so he plays more on the outside. So, yeah, they still have to find someone to eventually replace Williams if Williams doesn't come back. The O-line can be addressed in the draft. Chandler Jones is going to be expensive. He is. And you're right. The offense, and the thing about it is, too, there are so many great prospects in the draft for defensive ends. There's a lot of great prospects out there. They can be great defensive ends in the draft. So we would have to wait and see. But you're right. I would love, now I use the Chandler Jones. If we had to choose between him and Bobby Wagner, I would take it Chandler Jones. But I understand very well, Victor, that he is expensive, and most likely he won't be a 49er because of it. Not because of his talent, but because of his price. Exactly, Victor. Either Shanahan is going to raise the sword or he's going to die by the sword. One of the two is going to happen. He will raise the sword of victory or he will die on his own sword based on the outcome of Trey Lance's performance. But we got to give him the opportunity to showcase what he might be able to bring to this team before we crucify him. Good morning, Luis Moreno. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream, brother. I appreciate it, bro. And Dick Tracy, listen, I enjoy your comments, bro. No, let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase that. I welcome your comments. I don't know if I enjoy them, but I welcome them to my channel because it gives us something to talk about. It gives me something to react to. So you being part of my channel, being a viewer, being active on my channel, I appreciate it. So I welcome your comments. I most likely not always agree with your comments, but I do welcome you, and I welcome your comments, brother, on my channel, because you keep it real, and it gives us something to talk about. Because if everybody agreed with me, or if we all agreed with each other, this channel would be boring. The fact that we can respectfully agree and disagree with each other makes it interesting for the channel. So I just want to let you know, Dick, even though I don't agree with most of your comments, I appreciate you, brother. And let's be real too. Now that's totally perspective based, because there's always two sides of what we think real is, right? We got an upgrade at cornerback, and some are crying like a 5-year-old. Let's see how Ward plays week 1. We will judge how he plays, but right now, let's calm down and be happy with the signing. Absolutely. Got to be positive. I mean, if we didn't sign nobody yesterday, today's conversation with a lot of 49er fans would be like, I can't believe we lost DJ Jones, and we lost Lincoln Thomas, and we didn't get nobody. We're never aggressive in the free agency. Look at all these other teams getting players. How do the Niners expect to win if we're not aggressive enough? If we don't go after players, how do we expect to win? John Lynch goes after nobody. Blah, 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 cry, cry. But yet, the Niners get aggressive. They go after a corner that is and will be an upgrade to the room of corners that we already had, and yet Niner fans are complaining. That's crazy. Now, see that the whole lockdown corner thing is just the lockdown is overrated. Look at Ramsey. They like to call Ramsey a lockdown corner. He wasn't locking nobody down in the Super Bowl, but for the most part, he makes plays, right? I think the whole lockdown corner is so overrated. I can care less about how many interceptions you have. Look at the kid from the Cowboys, Diggs. 11 interceptions, right? Oh my God. He is the best corner in the world. 11 interceptions. But yet the guy can't cover. The guy gets burned touchdown after touchdown. Everybody goes his way. Why? He has 11 interceptions. Is he a shutdown corner? No. So to me, interceptions is just, it's overrated, man. I love them and I enjoy them when they happen, but I want a corner that can sit there and play along with the receiver, and it gives no separation. That's what I want to see. That plays aggressive. The interceptions will come, but you got to make plays. But the whole shutdown corner, to me, and maybe that's just my opinion, is overrated. What's up, Trent Payne? Welcome to the stream, brother. Do you think the fact that we spent that much money on Ward means that Jimmy trade is in place? It's a possibility, Trent. Now you got to look at we're When we sign somebody, we got to look at the signing. We got to look at what it costs against the cap. When we bring somebody in, how much does it cost against the cap? Because that's what we're fighting against, is the cap, right? The Niners restructured D Ford's contract, and they saved $5 million. That went towards the cap hit for Ward. So now we can keep Ward. We can keep Jimmy with the addition of Ward. Do I want to keep Jimmy? No. Should move on? Yes. But we can keep Jimmy, even though we brought in Ward. I don't think Jimmy will be here, though, but we can. Now, the whole thing that the Niners were going to interview him was just, when I heard that, I was ridiculous. I'm like, the Niners don't have the capital to offer the Texans. Last year, if the whole Deshaun Watson scenario didn't happen with the legal case or whatever that he was going through, he probably would have been a Niner. The Niners definitely had the capital then. They don't have it now. They invested it into Trey. And I heard a lot of Niner fans, yeah, but they can give Trey to the Texans. What about if the Texans don't want Trey? They're asking for 3 ones. The fact that that a lot of Niner fans got excited of the fact that the Niners possibly would have interviewed Deshaun. I mean, I understand anything can happen in the NFL, but let's be logical. If you don't have, I can go into a dealership, a car dealership, and I can look at every car that I want, but I can only buy what I can afford. I may want a Ferrari, but I have to buy a Hyundai. So the Niners did not have the capital to even get in the mix for Deshaun. So the whole Deshaun thing I thought it was ludicrous when I heard it, but I love that Matt Miyoko and Peter Schrader were able to shut it down immediately, that it wasn't true. How you doing, Charlie? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. You must be a Saints fan. I hope you guys get Deshaun Watson. I think Deshaun Watson replacing Drew Brees will be awesome with that team. I don't know how you're going to do it with the money, but I hope you guys get Deshaun Watson. But I appreciate the love, man. Thank you. I heard that he turns down $12 million from the Chiefs to sign with us. I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know what their source that you got this from, Trent, but the Chiefs gave him the opportunity to showcase his skill set, right? Even though the Cowboys signed him undrafted, he only made it through the preseason, and then they cut him, and then he went to the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are the team that gave him the opportunity to showcase what he's about. So he is very grateful to the Chiefs. If the Chiefs were to give him $12 million more, okay, this is one thing that people don't understand. Forget about loyalty. Okay, forget about loyalty. It's all about the money. You got to make your money. You play for you never know when you're one hit away from not being in the NFL. So when the opportunity comes out to make your money, you got to take it. So I'm pretty sure if the Chiefs would have offered 12 million extra to keep him, he would have stayed. I mean, the Niners are a great team, great organization, but they're not good enough to overlook 12 million, in my opinion. So I don't think that's accurate, Trent, but it is a possibility, I guess. But why would he turn $12 million? I mean, simple question, would you do it? A team that gave you your opportunity, a team that gave you your chance to be who you are, offered you 12 more million, and you decide to leave? Yeah, no, I don't know. Possible, but I don't think that's accurate. Google account says, with the Ward signing, we got Ward, Mosley, and left aside Avery Thomas and Verrett if they sign him again on the right side. I'm very comfortable with our cornerbacks' depth. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Niner Faithful, what's up, Beto? I just got home from school. I hope I didn't miss too much. No, brother. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Can't we see the kid play first before we decide if we overpaid or not? You know, that's a very valid point, Trent. If he doesn't plan out to be who he is, then we overpaid. But if he becomes a Pro Bowler corner for us, then did we overpay or underpaid? It's all about perspective, right? Give the kid a chance to showcase what he's about first before we bring out the over or underpayment. Oh, okay. See, that's different. No guarantee, yeah. The thing about the Chiefs too, they're pretty strapped financially. They don't have that much money either, so it's I'll tell you one thing, it's not that they didn't want to keep Ward. They just couldn't afford to pay Ward. They wanted Ward to stay. Just like they want Matthews to stay. But they can't afford them to stay, and they're moving on. I like Ward signing, but I don't get the linebacker. Now, keep in mind, he's a linebacker, but he's special teams. He was brought in, Dave, strictly for special teams. He was not brought in to compete with Trey Greenlaw or Aziz, or he's not the replacement for Aziz if we lose Aziz to free agency. He's not. He came in specifically for special teams and special teams only. And he's fast. He's a fast linebacker, and he's good at special teams. So the Niners needed to address special teams and secondary. And they did both yesterday and today. Yeah, so am I. You know, I like Lincoln Thomason. I like DJ Jones, but I didn't have Lincoln Thomas's jersey. I do have DJ Jones, which I'm still going to sport, even though he's a Broncos now, because I like the player and I wish him the best, man. I am sad that he's gone, but I'm happy that he's getting his money. He deserves it. 6th round pick, and now he's making his money, man. The Broncos definitely got a hell of a player in DJ Jones. But I like the way the 49ers think. They got the Javon Kinlaw to replace DJ Jones. They got Aaron Banks to eventually replace Lincoln Thomason. The Niners are always playing chess when everybody else is playing checkers. The thing about the ratings and stats can be so deceiving. I like to see play by play. I like to look at the film, the all 22 film. PFF is not always correct. PFS grading is not always the right way to go. So I am not completely sold on stats. I like to see the tape. The tape doesn't lie, in my opinion. What's up, Christian? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing? They need to bring in a pass rusher. I think we're set. And they're going to seek that out on the free agency. Before I go any further, I wanted to mention that I'm doing a raffle. And I'm doing a raffle, and the proceeds goes into the channel, okay? The proceeds go into the channel of my YouTube channel. And it's $3 a spot. No obligation, but $3 a spot. I think I have 5 spots left. You can buy one spot, or you can buy all the remainder of the spots. And once the whole spots are filled, I'm going to go live here on my YouTube channel, and we'll do the draft live so people can see who won. And what I'm giving away for $3 a spot is a Niner for Life patch. Look at that beautiful Niner red and black Niner patch. I'm giving away also a 49er Familia patch. So 2 patches. Look how beautiful that looks. Okay. And a 3x5 49er flag. It says 49er Empire. It's a 49er Empire flag. Brand new. So you get all 3 items. All 3 items for a spot of $3. And I have 5 spots left. So if you're interested in participating, give me a second real quick. If you're interested in participating, oh no, hold on. You can send me an email to ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com. And how I take payment is either Venmo or Cash App. Cash App or Venmo. It's $3 a spot. I got 5 spots left. And the winner gets all 3 items. And I go live here on my YouTube channel live. And you don't have to be present to win. You don't have to be present to win. And the reason why I'm raising the finances is because I like to do giveaways. I give away jerseys. I give away masks. I give away patches. I give away flags. And that costs money. So if you're interested in purchasing a ticket or a spot for $3 and enter the raffle, send me an email to ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com. And I will let you know if there's spots still left. And if there are, you make your payment. I put your name on the list, and the list can be seen on my group. If you go to if you go to Facebook, I have a group under Niner Sickness Podcast. I have a page and I have a group. But if you go to my group, you will see it there. Now, if you're not part of my group, you could request to become part of my group. I will, either myself or my admins will accept you, and you can be part of my group, and you can see yourself where you're at within the list. Let me read. What are your thoughts on the awards? I like it, Christian. We needed an upgrade in that position. And Ward, even if he's just as good as Mosley, even if he's not better than Mosley, I think Mosley is a great corner. I love what Mosley can do. So having the idea that we can have another corner just like Mosley on the opposite side, I love it. I love it. DJ Jones started playing better when Armstead was playing next to him. I think, and this is what I think about Javon Kinlaw too. Javon Kinlaw was brought in as a 3 technique, not the nose tackle, the 3 technique. Remember when Armstead was on the outside? But then against the Bears, they decided to move Eric Armstead into the inside at the 3 technique position. And then DJ Jones was the nose tackle. And he paired well again with Eric. Well, even though Javon Kinlaw was brought in specifically for the 3 technique, he's a big body. I think he will play better at the nose tackle alongside Eric Armstead and keep Eric Armstead at the 3 technique and move Javon over to the nose tackle. I think those two will become a great pair going forward. I love DJ Jones. I'm going to miss DJ Jones. I wish we would have kept DJ Jones, but I also wish him the best, and I hope he gets a Super Bowl with the Broncos. I like the kid. Matthew Navarro, welcome. DJ Reed to the Jets. Oh, he's going to the Jets, huh? Well, at least he's not staying with the Seahawks. That's good. At least he's not. I would have loved to brought in DJ Reed as a slot corner. Now DJ can play outside and he can play inside. Imagine if we would have brought him in and been the slot. I think when the Niners drafted him for that specific position. But you know, they try to get cute with him and put him and cut him, hopefully to bring him back on. And I hate the Seahawks came in and took him away from us. When the season starts, we will see who's the best Ward going to shut his side of the field down. Only time will tell. Players usually relax and stop working once they get big. Not every player. Not every player. But I can get the indication, Dick, not to be mean, but you can, just by your statement alone, I got to find if you get a raise at your job, you're not going to do your job to the fullest anymore because you got your raise, bro. So I'm glad I'm not your employer. Because I was like, damn, Dick, I just gave you a raise and you're taking longer coffee breaks. I love it. Much love for you, Dick. That did not sound right, but you know what I mean. I like Tart. What are you smoking? If not him, who better in free agent besides the Honey Badger? He's too expensive. I love Tart. I always have. I've always been on record to say that Tart and Ward, Jimmy Ward. Now you got to say Jimmy Ward because now we have Charvarius Ward on the roster. I like the way they play together. You know, it's funny, Luke Luna. If the Niners would have went after Gilmore instead of Ward, the same people would have said, what the hell are the Niners thinking? Why did they get Gilmore and pay more money when he's 31 when they should have went and got Ward at 25? Isn't that crazy? If we would have brought in Stephon Gilmore, oh my God, we overpaid for a 31-year-old? Damn if you do, damn if you don't, for a lot of Niner fans. And it's sad. It is sad. Dick, you are the most positive person I've ever met, bro. Your name fits you, bro. I hope we can target Deion Hill, the safety out of Michigan. He's lined up as a deep safety and can cover. Okay, I gotta look at him. What's up? Welcome, by the way. Welcome to the stream, brother. Make sure to hit that like button. Let me write that name down because I would love to look deeper into that. Give me a second. Where's the name? Hill. Safety. I definitely got to take a look at that and check it out. Thank you for that input, brother. Honestly, we should count our blessings. I think they put a lot of thought in Gilmore, knowing it would please the fans. I like where you're going with this, Luke. And he's still a baller, but we would have came here and got injured. Then we'll hear the crying. This is what I love about John Lynch. They will make decisions based on what's right for the team and not what the fans want to hear. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are not afraid to make decisions based on what they think is right for the organization over what they think we, the fans, are going to think of their decision making. Kudos to John Lynch and kudos to Kyle for making the decisions they need to make, not based on our feelings, but based on the need of the team. Mosley versus Ward. Who will be better? Corner. Let's start it now. My money is on Ward. Listen, that's a great competition to have, bro. Whether Mosley's better or Ward's better, or they're both playing. If they're both playing to their potential, that's the best news for me. If Ward is playing to the best of his potential without getting hurt, and Mosley's playing to the best of his potential without getting hurt, then that means we're shutting down both sides of our secondary, and that's good. Charvarius Diggs is overrated. The interceptions are nice, but he's not that good at coverage. Ayuk proved that when he played him. Yeah, perfect. And I made that as an example earlier. People go based on lockdown corners or interception ratio. The interceptions are nice. Absolutely. 11 interceptions. He made the Pro Bowl, right? But every quarterback still went after him. Why? Because he sucked in coverage. He gave up big plays. Interceptions are not everything. What you watch on the 22 film is everything. The film doesn't lie, in my opinion. Yep. True. True. Yeah, I honestly, the whole Jimmy scenario, I think they will trade him by tomorrow. If not, probably cut him. Because they got to trim that money. And even if you restructure contracts, I got to believe you're not going to restructure everybody's contract. And even though you can kick down the can down the road as they did with D Ford, you can't do that with every player and mortgage your future by kicking all the cans down the road. I got to believe they have a trade partner for Jimmy, or worst case scenario, they just cut him. I've seen it happen with other teams. Remember, there's been players out there that you're like, oh my God, I have never would have thought they would have cut that player. It's just, you can't go against the cap. If they cannot find a trade value for him, they're going to have to cut him. They may not want to cut him, but they're going to have to. Got you, Trent. Maybe I misread it, but still, I can see why he moved on then. Yes, we do, Hall. Yes, we do. And he's a tall corner, right? One of the things the Niner fans have been crying for, we want a tall corner. A corner that can go against the DK Metcalfs, right? We want that tall corner. Well, we got a taller version of Mosley. What is Mosley's height, by the way? Anybody know what the height of Mosley is? He's under 6 foot, right, Mosley? I don't remember. Can somebody tell me what the height is of Emmanuel Mosley? Clown Man, good morning or afternoon now. To be honest, as far as payment, he's been in the league for 4 years. 4 years in the league, we shouldn't be even thinking if he's talent is that at that value. He should already be established. Well, he's an undrafted free agent that came in and proved himself. And like I said, the overpayments are going to happen for every player because they're bidding against other teams. If you ever been to an auction and you bought things from an auction, a lot of times you probably paid more than what the item that you're buying is worth, but you wanted the item that you were willing to pay the extra money to get them. Okay, he's 5'11". Okay, so Mosley's 5'11", which is not small, but 6'1" is your typical prototype corner. He likes to go against big receivers. He covered Jamar Chase very well. He went against DK Metcalf very well. So I don't understand what the Niner fans are complaining about. We got a taller version of Emmanuel Mosley to play opposite of Emmanuel. Thomas is 6 foot. Okay, so you have Avery Thomas at 6 foot. You have Ward at 6'1", and then you have Mosley at 5'11". So that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We got to be excited that we have a corner. At least I am. I'm excited that we have a corner that can play alongside Emmanuel Mosley. Now we got to work on our safety. We got to work on more edge help, work on the offensive, and maybe get another receiver. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the free agency. All that can be addressed in the draft. Now, one of the things that people are kind of tensed about is the whole scenario with Jimmy G. We'll have to wait and see what happens by today or by tomorrow, by the new year. Do they trade Jimmy? Do they cut Jimmy? We'll definitely find out. The Niners have to be under the cap. They got to be in the black. They cannot be in the red. So, something has to give. We definitely will know by tomorrow. Is it because Jimmy was cut? Is it because Jimmy was traded? Or did they restructure other contracts and Jimmy is still on the roster? Absolutely. See, that's what I see. He didn't get that many INTs, but he did not give up touchdowns. And that's part of playing snap by snap and not necessarily the PFF ratings. Remember, it's not John Madden here. It's real football. I love to get Denard King. He'll be replace Williams. Okay, that's another prospect that I got to look at. And what about them Cowboys? Oh, that's funny. I read earlier today that they thought they kept that defensive end. They have signed him. They were all happy they signed him. They put it on their own podcast. They signed him just to find out that he went to Gregory, whatever his name is. He went to the Broncos. That is hilarious, man. That is hilarious. I hate and cannot stand the Cowboys. So whenever I see the Cowboys look stupid, it's music to my ears. All right, guys, that is going to be my show. I enjoyed each and every one of you. Make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed already, show me some love. If you're watching me on Facebook or on Twitter, make your way over to YouTube real quick. Type in Niner Sickness Podcast or just Niner Sickness and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. Much love, much respect. Thank you for joining me on this morning. I will see you on my next live. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And remember, be kind to one another. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who came on today. I love each and every one of you for participating. Like I said, I do not always agree with your comments, but I welcome your comments and I welcome your thoughts on my channel. See you on the next live. God bless you and peace out. Go Niners.